you. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris, and thanks to all the panelists for a really fascinating session that covered a lot of ground. We're now moving on to the related and very exciting area of sports and entertainment. And I'm delighted to welcome to say a very few words at the beginning, His Royal Highness Prince Musaad, who is, as some of you may know, or probably all of you will know, is chairman of Sheffield United Football Club. I think I've got the right club there, and please tell me if I haven't. And who's just going to say a few words about sports bridging between, as he clearly does, the Saudi side and the UK side. Your Royal Highness, nice to see you.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm very glad to join, and hopefully we can achieve many great things in the sports sector in the UK and in Saudi. So to start,
thank you.
Jenny, I just want to ask a question. Regarding the entertainment sector, are we starting with the sports first?
I'm sorry, I've lost you.
So perhaps I can help with that, Prince Musaad. Yeah, yes, we've just finished the tourism and related entertainment sector. So now this is the sports panel. So if you wanted to just say a few opening remarks, and then Dr. Talal will take over the panel, and I'm very happy to have your contribution.
Yes, thanks, Chris. Sorry, for some reason my internet froze at a key moment there. Well, shall we hand over to Dr. Talal AlMaghrabi to take on from there, and Prince Musaad, if your Royal Highness, if you perhaps join the panel.
Sure. Do you want me to start? I have a few words to say. We're very proud for the Saudi Vision 2030 that we achieved many things in the sports sector. Sport tourism is a big part of the initiatives, and are very proud of having hosted the Dakar and the Formula E and the Formula One. And there's very exciting times coming in, and sports is a global, we have interaction globally, and through sports, it's a great platform to do so many good things. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
That may just be me.
Yeah, I think we've lost the link. So perhaps it's best if Dr. Talal can take this forward, and then if Prince Musaad is able to reconnect, he can come on later. Talal.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's very good topics, and hopefully Prince Musaad will be back, and we could congratulate also the United Global Group for the acquisitions of the new club in France to be part of the different clubs. So to start the second panel, after having a very insight informations from the previous speakers, these panel discussions will be about the sport, entertainment, the skills, the need, challenges, opportunities, and the routes to the market. Sports is one of the fastest growing sectors in the world. That is based on the World Tourism Organizations. And Saudi Arabia, part of the Saudi Vision 2030, has the sports, which is contribute to, as Dr. Imad says, to the quality of life. So we have sports, one of the most important sectors, especially with the young generation in Saudi Arabia. In the same time, we cannot exclude sports from the entertainment sectors. as the CEO of Reebok said, that we cannot exclude sports from the fashion, from the music, and from the entertainment during the pandemic, as well as within the global sectors of sports. Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, said we need to have or to consider and compete with the entertainment sectors, because sport becomes as part of the tourism sectors, part of the entertainment, part of the daily life for all of the participants. So in the same times, that is also include the innovations and how you always need to have the right calibers equipped with the right skills on the market, so that will give you the competitive edge. So that is one of the most important sectors in Saudi. If we see like Saudi is how growing fast with the, as Dr. Imad and the previous speaker said about the massive projects is growing, and also we have different ministries being engaged and collaborated together for this. So we have the Ministry of Sports, the Ministry of Tourism, the General Authority of Entertainment, we have Qiddiya, Diriyah, we have also the smart cities now going on, the Neom, the Red City, Amala. We have different projects, and we do not forget also the sports for all federations, who is also doing a lot of different initiatives. So all of this will contribute to our panel discussions today. We have His Royal Highness Prince Musaad bin Khalid, the chairman of Sheffield United Football Club. Also, we have Donal McElwee, a partner and consulting of the Portas. And we have Alistair Gosling, founder, CEO of Extreme, as well as he's a board member of Qiddiya. If you allow me, I would like to start with His Royal Highness Prince Musaad bin Khalid to give us like some information about also the great investments. I would like to congratulate you for the acquisitions of the new club in France, which is now being partner of the different United club in United Arab Emirates, Belgium, England, as well as now in France and India. So if you would like to give us your thought about the importance of the sports and entertainment sectors in Saudi, and how your group could contribute to the role of training people, bringing knowledge and expertise
yes.
globally.
First of all, I think I'm having a
Can you hear me? Prince Musaad? I think we lost Prince Musaad. Okay, so if you allow me, I would like to start with Alistair Gosling, since he has the expertise like in the UK and different market in the GCC as well as globally. Plus, he is a board member of Qiddiya. So, if you don't mind, give us some information about how do you see the market, the opportunities, the challenges from your thoughts. It's not only Qiddiya, all Saudi and the different projects and opportunities, and what we need to have this as a sustainable, growing economy, having the right calibers on the market.
No, thank you very much, Dr. Talal, and thank you very much for the opportunity to join everybody today and be involved here. So maybe I'll just give a little bit of background. So I had the honor and the privilege to be invited to join the International Advisory Board of Qiddiya about 4 years ago, I think it was now, and that really led us to, as a company, as Extreme, understanding the opportunity and the 2030 vision, and that has really led to us activating in the kingdom in a very active way. Our business has three main parts to it. We develop extreme and adventure sports and motorsports destinations. We do events, and then we do media. And our vision is to really drive positive change globally through extreme and adventure sports, and that impacts in terms of being purpose-driven as an organization, in terms of job creation, health, fitness, well-being, tourism, all the areas, improving mental health, etc. So all of those areas. So I think, look, in terms of the rate and the pace that the kingdom is on the move is extraordinary, and that creates incredible opportunities, but is also is going to create challenges. So these are being looked at, I know, by many people. And I think what we're also seeing, though, from our side is the most amazing passion coming from the people that we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis in the kingdom. So once you have the passion there from, obviously there's 33 million people in the country, large, over 50% are under 30. And you can feel this passion to change, to learn, to develop, and the pride and the warmth that you get from, the people in the country is immense. So I think what is fantastic from my view perspective, and I'm talking very high level and obviously across the whole country, is that the want is there, right? And the overall, I don't think there's any other country in the world where you have, the united front, the united thought behind, obviously the royal family and the 2030 vision to drive it forward. So obviously I've kept it very high level, but the grounding and the foundations are here from a high level perspective is my view, which is amazingly exciting. It's phenomenal. You're on mute.
Talal, you're on mute.
Talal, you're on mute.
Thank you. So I'd like now to go to Donal McElwee. Donal, like most of the people who would like to invest in Saudi, I would like to know also the size of the market and how is if you would like to share with us some of the numbers about the economy, the sports, as well as the entertainment. We have seen some of the informations and the statistic about the needs of the qualified people in the market. So if you would like to give us some thought about the challenges, the opportunities, as well as some of the numbers, if you have any numbers about the size of the economy and how is the trends to go there. Plus the location of Saudi Arabia is very important to compete with the surrounding countries, but I think the size of Saudi is big and huge, and with the different diversity of the geographical things, so all type of sports could be generated in Saudi.
Thank you, Dr. Talal. Let me share with you, first of all, some of the milestones in the sports sector over the past few years that we've witnessed in the 6 years we've been in the kingdom. And then I'll share a few of those data points you mentioned around the current size of the sports economy and the growth that we are predicting based on a few assumptions that I'll share. So the context, I would say that the transformation of sports in the kingdom has been at play for about 5 years now. In 2016, when the Vision 2030 was announced, it included not only sports from a competitive perspective, but importantly included the necessity of achieving sports from a participation perspective for the nation. So getting people actively involved in sports was part of the Vision 2030, and in no small part down to the work at the time of the Minister, Prince Abdullah bin Musaad, who drove that participation agenda that's been at the heart of a lot of the changes that have happened. In 2017, there were some major milestones around female sport, notably the official licensing in place for female gyms, as well as the approval of PE in the curriculum for females in public schools as well. In 2018, we saw a number of the Giga projects announce sport as one of their key sectors, as well as a number of the municipalities creating sports departments. In 2019, as we saw for the first time, some of these major global sporting events take place in the kingdom, such as Formula E. In 2020, importantly, the authority for sport was upgraded to a ministry, providing additional support to the sector and enabling further regulatory change and further support to the private sector. And in 2021, we saw the Public Investment Fund announce that sport is one of its key areas of investment going forward. So why sport for the kingdom? It's one is it's obviously got the benefits for the citizens from a health perspective and from a lifestyle perspective, but there's also, it's part of the economic diversification of the kingdom. So when we measured the sports economy back in 2016, it represented less than 0.01% of overall GDP. The target is to get closer to 1%. So the official target of the ministry is for that to become 0.8% of GDP by 2030. And to do that, there will be a significant opportunities and engagement of the private sector. Just to give an example of some of those numbers, so the Saudi gym sector or fitness sector has been growing at 13% year on year over the past few years. In 2019, the market size of the Saudi fitness sector was 4.6 billion SAR. We're predicting that market to grow to 14 billion SAR by 2030. And of course, that's just one segment within the overall sports economy. Underpinning this is significant growth in weekly participation in sports and physical activity. When we measured the levels of physical activity back in 2013, it was at only 13% of the Saudi population over the age of 15 who were active. In 2019, that figure was 19%. In 2020, the figure has grown further. The results are not yet public, but the results are significant, and the number of people engaging in physical activity is continuing to grow. And Saudi will hit its Vision 2030 target of 40% of the citizens being physically active by 2030. And indeed, I would predict it will surpass that quite significantly. So in terms of the implications and the opportunity for UK entities, there is opportunities to come to support, whether that be from an advisory perspective, from a training and education perspective, from an infrastructure perspective, an events perspective. I would also say that we've seen an increasing number of Saudis, young Saudis, seeing the sports sector as an attractive career proposition, which is great and which is new. They see it as an opportunity in an area that you can have a genuinely successful career for the first time. And we're also starting to see, particularly in the last, I would say, 2 years, large interest from major Saudi investors and high net worth families in the sports sector, looking to invest not only in the local Saudi sports sector, but also looking to invest in global IPs within sport as well. And so the opportunities in some sense are boundless, and we're seeing this increasing amount of capital now coming in from the private sector.
Thank you, Donal, for the insight figures. I think also, I would like to get your thought on these subjects. For example, in the UK, just a few months ago, or even less, they were talking about the opportunities of the sports for the female sectors. So in Saudi Arabia, I think this is untouched yet opportunities for the female sectors who are now being engaged in the sports. So that will include all line of different sectors to be part of it. You are talking about the training, all type of sports, professional level and non-professional levels, as well as for the global visitors who are coming to Saudi. They were talking here in the UK also about the fashion line that will be engaged with the sports in general, as well as the female sector. So that is one point. The second point I would like to get your thought in is like the sports for the non-professional level. We are now hosting all type of events globally to be in Saudi. But if you are talking about, for example, like when we travel abroad, it is about getting fit, to change our mode, to change our psychology. Walking, cycling, doing all of this is part of the habits when we travel abroad. So I think that is also, you mentioned about the infrastructure. So how we can take advantage of engaging sports, entertainments to attract the international visitors, especially Saudi, having like 365 daily demands around the year for the people who are coming for Umrah, and those people will be part of all type of professionals. So if you are using the model of pull-push derive strategy, I think we can also take advantage of the Hajj and Umrah coming to Saudi to contribute to the local economy through the entertainment and sport sectors. So how do you see these opportunities from the female sectors, the type of trainings, utilizing the number of Saudi universities and colleges to be part of this, to contribute also on the research level?
Sure. So on the topic of opportunities within non-professional sport, so sport for lifestyle and daily activity, we can see already that the demand in the marketplace amongst Saudis for this type of activity outweighs the existing supply. So there's already a mismatch between demand and supply that investors can take advantage of. And that's partly reflected in some of the growth that we're seeing in the fitness sector, but is also reflected in the growth opportunities in other areas, whether that be youth provision, summer camps, adventure sports provision, and so on. So the demand is already there and will only grow. Regarding female sports, so in 2015, there was an issue around demand for female sports and activity within it. Now female sport is at the same level as male sport in terms of participation. So the gap that was there has now closed. Within female sport globally, there's a huge opportunity, both competitive and non-competitive. In Saudi specifically, we've seen a lot of growth in areas like fitness, also in the general wellness sector. There are opportunities and gaps, like you mentioned, in areas such as fitness fashion for females. As they become more involved, they want a greater variety of fitness fashion. And again, these are areas where Saudi Arabia can take its own leadership position within the sector. And then we're also seeing traditional sports now starting to kick off for females. So last year there was the first ever female football league launched, and again the second edition of that will happen this year, along with other sports leagues being launched for females.
Thank you, Donal. Alistair, since you are also being involved in organizing events and also part of the extreme, utilizing the geographical attractions in Saudi Arabia and the Red Sea, how do you see the entertainment and the sport sectors also in this part, and how we can engage, not as I was saying before, the non-professional levels, attracting global visitors to have Saudi as the hub of entertainment and sport?
Actually, I just saw His Royal Highness just joined. Maybe you would like to step in here. In terms
I'm really sorry, everyone. I had a problem with the connection. I'm in the northern borders in Saudi, and I found a place that hopefully won't disconnect. So first of all, I would like to greet you all, and I look forward to being an added value to the group as Sheffield United and as Dr. Talal explained, as part of the United World. United World has now 5 football clubs: Sheffield United in England, Birchcott in Belgium, Al Hilal United in the Emirates, Kerala United in India, and finally Châteauroux in France. And we believe this sector is emerging, and it's the fan engagement globally is amazing, and it's a great platform for many things commercially and in terms of sports tourism. We have seen how sport tourism really emerged globally, and especially in Saudi as part of the Vision 2030. And we had great success in sport tourism in Saudi, specifically with the Formula E, with the Formula One, with the Dakar, and hopefully soon with other competitions. We are very optimistic about it. And I believe this joint business council has a lot of win-win situations to achieve, from resources in the UK, as Donal explained, in terms of education, advisory, and professionals in the field, as well as in Saudi. The beauty of the sports sector is that people are engaged, so you don't have to like market it high. Like, everyone wants to engage, and as Donal touched upon, that the engagement in terms of mass participation has really increased, and that's incredible as part of the Vision 2030. So we look forward to working together, and we look forward to achieve great things in Saudi and in the UK.
Thank you, Prince Musaad. I would like just to add one point here to see if there is like a strategy with the United Global Group, now having different clubs in different continents. Is there like any vision? I know like a lot of Saudis are working with the United groups and young generations, but is there like a vision that you can collaborate with the Saudi universities, where you can take some of the Saudis from different disciplines, marketing, sport medicine, finance, even the psychology, to be part, or they have like an internship or some types of training where they can transfer the knowledge back to the Saudi market?
Yes, indeed. We have a plan in place, an internship plan in place, and we recently were supposed to hire a Saudi university graduate from Loughborough University. Loughborough University is well known that it's the best sports university in the world, and another student from Saudi. And but unfortunately, with the pandemic, we postponed it, because we don't want somebody to leave and be stuck a place rather than home. But definitely, we believe that this experience is unique, and we believe that it should be accessible to Saudis as well as other professionals in the industry. And we definitely welcome any synergies between the clubs and Saudi entities.
Thank you. And I think, as yesterday, we have the establishment of the innovations and research. So I think that will bring a lot of opportunities for innovations from abroad, as well as even now we are engaging the startups and the sports and the entertainment, as well as the tourism. So hopefully we have even global technologies coming to the Saudi market as a soft landing, because we are attracting even not only the mind, but also the technologies worldwide to be part of Saudi, contribute to the market, as well as helping like the regions close to Saudi Arabia. So going back to Alistair, so how you would like to see the final points?
Yeah, so maybe just an interesting touch point for everybody. Obviously, the sports tourism growth that His Royal Highness mentioned earlier, you know, in the area that we deal with, which is obviously motorsports, adventure and extreme sports, this segment has been the fastest growing segment of tourism globally for the last 3 years before the pandemic. And then, interestingly, during the pandemic, we were worried what is going to happen here. But actually, everybody got into lockdown. They bought equipment, they bought bikes, they bought boards, whatever. And then when they came out of lockdown, they weren't able to travel. So they've become very active locally in each country. And so what's been fascinating there is we're seeing this enormous growth wave of participation in multiple countries. And and also in terms of the activation in terms of the kingdom and the topography the kingdom offers around this is immense. We have a large office in Riyadh with people now who are moving around the kingdom, working out, okay, we can do this here as part of the Giga and the Mega projects, but also some smaller resort development in terms of sports resort development, which is highly exciting. So, I mean, I think, listen, it's such a 360-degree opportunity sport on so many levels, which is just so exciting. So, thank you. Just as an interesting touch point, I thought there.
As we are passing our time, so I would like to just get your final thought. We are just focusing on sports, but we cannot exclude tourism and entertainment, which is part of the quality of life as well. So if you, His Royal Highness Prince Musaad, if you can give us just your final thought, like what would like to see from a global mind as you having the united groups to the Saudi market when it comes to sports and entertainment, especially like globally. We have the entertainment is part of the sports for the whole family. When they go to the match, everything is enjoyable from the start until you go back to your home. So what you would like to see in Saudi Arabia when it comes to entertainment and sport?
Well, I think we're achieving great things in both industries, and I think it's unbelievable. Like many people see that the last 2 years, what the level of sports events and entertainment opportunities in Saudi is just incredible, and we are very proud of that. In terms of sports in the United Kingdom, and especially in the Premier League, it's a great platform for Saudi companies or even government entities to market the Visit Saudi and many initiatives in this Saudi Vision 2030. And we have seen many other countries that done that and succeeded from marketing tourism in the Premier League, like with Leicester City, with Thailand, and with the Arsenal, with the Visit Rwanda, the badge. So I think with Saudi, we have better opportunities, and I believe the sports industry is emerging quite rapidly, and there's a lot of synergy to achieve, and we look forward for the future, and we look forward for hosting many more events in Saudi, inshallah.
Thank you, Prince Saad. Donal, just your final thought, especially if you can let us know what is the most important skills that our young generation needs to be equipped with for the sports and entertainment sector.
Well, my final thought on that topic of capability and capacity building is I've witnessed a tremendous change within the clients that we work with, particularly at the Ministry of Sport over the last 2 years, with a lot of young Saudis moving into leadership positions who are very talented, who are very capable, and who are going to have long futures in the sector. So I would say it's already happening, that there are many young Saudis now starting to emerge as really strong talents. Fortunately, we have a few ourselves as well within the company, and it's really great to see. So I'm actually not too worried. I think that's going to evolve rather naturally. There will need to be initiatives to speed it up, but the talent is there, the interest in the sector is there, and the hunger and desire to improve is there, and we're witnessing it. So I think it's already happening.
Thank you, Donal. Alistair, other than Qiddiya, how do you see the regions, if we are focusing even in the south of Saudi, the north, all over, we can have small hubs for a different type of sports to attract global audiences?
Absolutely. I mean, I think the fascinating thing in terms of where sport lives at this nexus between sports, entertainment, lifestyle, which then is incredibly inspiring for the young and for the old, and incredibly aspirational to get people to go and do stuff, right? To get them out, to get them, obviously there's in terms of, obesity and this area, to get the whole, to get as many people in the kingdom moving as possible on a regular basis. And this comes at is so good on so many levels. So I think the future is looking phenomenal and fantastic, and the rate and the pace that things are moving is just inspirational again. So yeah, very good, and thank you very much for the opportunity to be involved here.
Thank you all. I think, as you said, like the opportunities we see within the federations of sports for all, or the Ministry of Sports, even I think the day before yesterday, Turkey al-Sheikh met different investors and also from America, from Saudi, talking about all the opportunities in Saudi Arabia in the entertainment. So in a daily basis, we see new things, we see opportunities, and we have a strong belief on the dream of the Saudi Vision 2030. And I think Saudi is going to be the mecca of the sports and entertainments globally. We have the locations, and always, like in the marketing, we say locations will make everything succeed, even the bad products. So Saudi have locations, and the locations is the most important to make everything contribute to our local market as well as to the global economy within the Saudi. So I'd like to thank you all for the valuable information. Thanks for Chris for giving us 10 minutes more of our time. I will pass it now to Chris, and hopefully we'll meet again and we will work again on this very important topic. Thank you.
Shukran. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Talal, and all our panelists, and Prince Musaad. I'm glad you were able to connect. Look forward to visiting Sheffield very soon.
Very good. And please, this is an extended invitation. If you're in the UK, please connect with Christopher, and you're welcome to watch any game in the Premier League or in the Championship, unfortunately, next year.
Excellent. Thank you. Over to you, Jenny, for some closing words.
I just want to thank Your Royal Highness and all of our distinguished speakers and panelists, and the Dr. Talal and Chris for moderating so very well. We've had a really fascinating, wide-ranging, I mean, we've covered a massive amount of ground in about just over an hour and a half. And I want to thank you all for your participation, and thank you all to everyone who's been listening and joining us today. If anyone has any questions, any follow-ups that they want to do, any connections they want to make, please reach out to Chris or somebody in the SBJBC team, and we'll do our very best to join you. Great to see all our SBJBC members here today. Would be great for all of those people who are not yet members, please to instantly follow His Royal Highness's example. Saudi Sheffield United being one of our newest members, I think you should all apply to join us at once, and we hope to see you all again. Dr. Iman, did you want to add anything as well at the end from the Saudi side?
Thank you, Jenny. I just wanted to thank everybody who participated with all this amazing information, as well as the listeners. I'm sure a lot of them I can see from the text messages that have been going on and the questions. More and more interest is there. We'll be very happy to answer anything from our end. Nada Al-Shinaifi from the Executive Director in our Saudi Council, the British Council here, as well as myself. I'll be very happy to pass all my information. Once again, thank you very much, and thanks for making this happen.